Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. My name is Waseem Anwar. I'm from Lahore, Pakistan. We are yet again back with an exciting and informative series of interviews, starting with one of the most dynamic men in ONPASSIVE. You all must have seen him on webinars and events, a man who possesses ample knowledge and carry a vision of bringing a change in the lives of people. He is from United States. We are lucky enough to get his learning and experiences. He is none other than Dr. Georgie Mbianda. We cordially welcome, sir. You are here. Hello, sir. How are you?
Perfect, Mr. Waseem. I'm really honored to be in this platform. I'm really grateful, and I'm sure the listeners or the viewers of this interview will take some value away. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. You gave me your precious time. I know everyone in on passive very busy in webinars and other personal chores. So thank you very much. You came in my webinar. So let's start the question, sir. Sir, my first question is: are you originally from United States or other country? Because many guests came in my interview and like Charles from Cameroon, Comfort from Cameroon. So that's why I'm asking you. So are you originally from USA or other country?
Very good question, and there has been a coincidence there because you mentioned Mr. Charles and Miss Comfort. They are both from Cameroon. I'm originally also from Cameroon, and I'm
Oh,
now a
that's
US
great.
citizen.
So we have a great talent in on passive from Cameroon. That's thing good. So now where you live in USA now?
Oh, I currently live in Portland, in a state called Oregon, in the
Oh,
west side of the United States. But my family and I will be moving to Upper Marlboro, in the state of Maryland. That is in the east side of the United States. We are doing that move in a couple of weeks.
great, great, sir. Sir, tell me about your family.
Oh,
So
yes.
want to know about yourself. So that's why I started the interview because you and many leaders spreading knowledge everywhere, but we don't know who they are actually. So that's why I asked these questions.
Oh, thank you for the question. Talking about family, I have a big family, extended and bonded family
Yeah, I know,
in
sir.
Cameroon, where I'm originally from, some
Okay.
in Europe and some in North America. And the main reason, as I just told you, I'm making a move to the East Coast is to be closer to family.
Okay, okay. That's
So,
great, sir.
so, my adorable wife and I have been together for over 25 years,
Oh,
and we are proud parents of 6 children.
mashallah.
and,
So
and
that's
the
great.
eldest of my daughters, I was just speaking with her right now. She's about to start her training to become a medical doctor. And the second one is in undergrad. She's currently doing internship as a software developer at a company I have been working at. And I have 4 younger kids who are in middle and elementary school. They are all good and love it. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. That's great, sir. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself? Where have you been working throughout these years? What is your experience, expertise?
Good question. So I am, as you have done in the introduction, I'm Dr. Georgie Mbianda. So the Mbianda, most often people have difficulty. You can just have the M silent. It will be easy to pronounce. And I'm a proud founder at ONPASSIVE. That's the whole reason why we are talking right here, right now. And I've been working as a logic technology development process engineer at a company called Intel Corporation. I have been participating in building the next generation of microprocessors, what people commonly call chips, or what we can also call the heart or the brain of smart devices like computers, phones. So that's what I have been involved with doing.
Great, sir. Great, sir. Sir, we would like to know about your own passive journey, including when and how did you join, how it has changed your personal and professional life.
Interesting question. ONPASSIVE, I would say, is the best thing that has happened to me. You know, I've lived for some substantial amount of time in this universe, and for sure, ONPASSIVE is the best thing, and I don't think anything will surpass that. So, in my active effort of searching for a better way of life, because as I just mentioned, I have a big family, extended as well. Uh, I would say in that process of looking for a way that I can sustain my family and help many others, uh, I've been looking for alternate sources of income. And in that process, ONPASSIVE found me. So the actual event that happened, I was calling a friend and a business partner of mine to tell her about an affiliate marketing training that I was getting involved with. And in that process of telling her, she instead told me about ONPASSIVE, and she shared with me Ash's two presentations. If for those founders who have been there right from the jump, Ash had two recordings, and also there was an ebook by Jeffrey Muller. Once I followed Ash's presentation, I joined immediately, and that was in May 10th of 2020. So it has been over 2 years now that I'm the founder, and I've never looked back from that point. So, and I've developed genuine relationships with the like-minded people who are founders at ONPASSIVE. And this relationship is across the globe. Look at right now, I'm talking with you from Pakistan. I think I've never been so happy, and I've never been of service to others at this level now that I'm in ONPASSIVE. Thank you.
That's great, sir. That's great, sir. Of course, after launch of ONPASSIVE, we could help our loved ones and others as well. So that's thing great, and we never seen a CEO before like this, and we never seen company like this who talk about mutual benefits and talk about humanity. This thing great. So, sir. Sir, how do you see ONPASSIVE after launch? How is it going to impact the lives of founders, customers, and businesses all around the world?
Wow, it's a good one. Maybe I would say it is a pity that most people are not seeing the big picture of ONPASSIVE, right? And I'm talking about some of the founders who are already in, and they are missing out on the values and the cultivation of a different kind, you know, of a truly loving community. And as you just mentioned now, the mutual benefit where individualism is not at its center. So that is just the first part, right? This is to say the positive impact of ONPASSIVE is already huge, even before we launch. Then now you're asking me about after. So it can only go bigger. As our CEO usually says, we get to the top, we reinvent a new top. So you can just imagine how much more after ONPASSIVE presents its excessive values to its user. I'm telling you, it will be immeasurable, the impact of ONPASSIVE, positive impact to the world.
Great, sir. Great, sir. Sir, you talked about our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, the genius, the mastermind of this project. So, we want to know what is your opinion about Mr. Ash Mufare? Everyone tell or your own aspect of own point of view. So, how do you see our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare?
Wow. I think talking about our CEO, we can spend the whole day talking about positive things, but maybe I will I mean, let me say the immediate things that come to mind, because if you talk about a genius, we know that our CEO is a genius, but the most outstanding aspect of our CEO or attribute is his huge heart, you know. He is genuine, he's trustworthy, he's transparent. I mean, I've never met an individual like him, I'm saying truthfully, and not to talk of a CEO, you understand? So Mr. Ash, one thing I've observed about him is that he treats everyone as his equal, and he sincerely cares. It's not like just a face that some people usually do portray, right? So he and his family, I'm telling you, they are sacrificing a lot to make our dreams come true. When I say our dreams, currently those who are involved with him right now, but his intention is for the globe, right? And I strongly believe that he has been chosen by the universe to disrupt the current status of events that are happening in the world in a good way. I also believe that the forces have aligned for Mr. Ash to attract also the right partners, right? I'm talking here about somebody like yourself, founders across the world, and the team, the technical team that he's working with to bring this project to life.
That's great, sir. Sir, there are too much negativity around the world, so in on passive as well. So my question is this: how we can remove this negativity, uh, or how we can, uh, our on passive is a positive movement, but some founders don't see the vision of on passive. So how we can be positive? What is
Wow. That question is a good one because that is true. I think several years ago, I I I stopped watching TV. Like, you know, you connect to the TV, you don't control what information you get next, right? And most of the time, they're mainly focused on the sadness and pain, negativity. I remember that even some what do they call, like, at that time there were some live TV shows where people share light on fights, you know, like individuals fighting with each other, all that negativity. So the way I am, I'm very selective with my sources of information. And I'm lucky that on things like ONPASSIVE meetings, live shows, based on information on passive, YouTube channels like yours and other leaders of ONPASSIVE, and also the ONPASSIVE blog itself, because ONPASSIVE has a blog where it gives a lot of educational information. All these are very credible, valuable, and positive sources of information. So what I can say is that ONPASSIVE as a community, those of us who are already here and the sharing we are doing already, I think we have a problem-solving approach, right? Not complaining, and the fact that we have also this great energy among founders. I think, I suppose it will spill over to the world to remove that negativity. That's my own view.
You are right, sir. We should remove our unnecessary ego, and we should focus
Right.
on the vision of on passive. We should focus on our big goal of on passive. So this is unnecessary things. That's great, sir. As we all know, on passive has many products. And what is your favorite products and why you like it?
Wow. So you just said it. We have several products, and I think all the products of ONPASSIVE are amazing, right? If you go to onpassive.com, you see some of the products that are showcased there. They just give some light introduction of what they will be doing, and definitely speaking, they will all be amazing. And so it will be very hard to pick, but I would say the great attribute is that we know that the products of ONPASSIVE will be integrated. So all of these products will communicate with each other in a seamless manner. So it will be easy for one to switch from one product to the other. But for my interest, there are two products that I can say they stand out because they will go hand in hand. And these products for me are OBless and Ocademy. So for instance, this product will permit the best education because we know that you build a society from the level of education that each of these or the society is exposed to. And I can say that these two products will permit education to be attained anywhere in the world at the level that is supposed to reach. So I think there will be no need, for instance, for talented students in a less privileged country to seek either to travel abroad and also for the purpose of having the level of education they want. And this will also permit to limit brain drain, right? We have a lot of expatriates that leave their country and end up in already developed countries and still contribute in the growth of those countries. So you see that there is that huge imbalance, and I think these two products working together will really solve that problem.
Great, sir. Great, sir. We all know every product integrated with other products, so we'll get other benefits as well. So every product is like a company, but these two products are awesome and amazing. O Academy and
Oh, bless.
mostly guests give the name of O Academy or O Connect. So they are connected with each other. So and O Bless, you talked about O Bless. Sir, how O Bless will impact on human life? So how do you see this?
I mean, from its name already, right? The name indicates that this is a product that will bless the world. What a choice of a name. So I think ONPASSIVE would enable people to learn how to fish. That's the our CEO's main intention, right? With OBless, it will teach people how to fish instead of being handed fish. So because most people, they have the misconception that it will just be this crowdfunding platform, but it will be for a purpose, right? To give tools to individuals to create their own income and see how they can maintain it. And in fact, OBless is the heart of ONPASSIVE, and that will contribute to stimulate the world's economy.
That's great, sir. Sir, next question is, we all have seen the massive marketing campaign ran in Dubai and Burj Khalifa. What do you think about the impact it has left on the overall standing of ONPASSIVE? And did you feel any kind of change in terms of people coming and asking about the company?
Right. I have heard a lot of stories after our campaign in Dubai when they started the marketing campaign over in Dubai. And all of those comments I've heard are positive, right? I'm talking about here virtually because I personally have not met somebody directly or physically that came from there, but from all the interventions, either through webinars, we have seen that it has had a positive impact. And we also noticed that there was a rise in the number of people who registered to become founder, because at that time when it was launched, the founding position doors were not yet closed. But also, even now that the founding position doors are closed, there is this awareness. People are already aware, those who go there now and see all what is happening on the streets of Dubai, our advertisements. It somehow it sticks to their subconscious, right? So as soon as the products will be available, they will easily gravitate to use our our incredible digital products. And definitely they will not even be aware that the advertisements they were seeing on the streets of Dubai had an influence on it.
Great, sir. Great, sir. Sir, there are many events are coming in next coming months. Recently, as we all know, events in Germany and UK Ireland conducted. So, what you want to say about these events?
Yeah, those are physical events, and we were fortunate, those of us who were not there physically, to participate virtually, right? But you know, physical meetings are always different, and they bring more value to interpersonal relationships compared to just us knowing each other virtually, like the way I have known of you and this interaction we're having now. So I envy those who have had a chance to meet already, and I look forward to being in multiple of such gatherings in the near future. I had the opportunity to meet, for instance, with some leaders like Mr. Charles, Fernand Kwete, and some other group of leaders at the time I went to Maryland. But I look forward in many of those meetings. And I think the vibe will get through virtual founders only encounters right now. You can imagine that how much this kind of vibe, positive vibe, how much it will be multiplied when founders meet elbow to elbow. I think it's a great thing.
Yes, you are right. Physical events have own importance. So we'll see big change in coming months very soon. So, sir, as we all know, foundership has been closed forever. So, what do you see next phase in coming month?
Yeah, the foundership, we know it's sweet and bitter, right? The fact that those positions have been closed, the door has been closed, but it's for mainly for the best part, right? Because first, the closing of the founder's position has taken away many distractions, you know, especially from the skeptics who just thought, I mean, you know, most of the skeptics are irrational in their way of thinking, illogical. Some of them were just thinking that the fact that founders' positions were still open, it was like a source of income for ONPASSIVE. They are very far from the truth. And I know the next phases, as we know, are like the beta testing. Right now, some of us founders are already participating in testing some of the products that are at our back office. We have also the expansion of the multiple data centers, which are very critical aspects of our business going forward. Also, reliable payment processors that our CEO mentioned, and going to commercialization. So I think our CEO has said this many times that ONPASSIVE is a done deal. I concur with him. And I think we are just at the point of lifting up our consciousness to have this thing realized, this ONPASSIVE. So I would say some people say movement, some people say whatever, but this a big shift, and we are only putting fitting square pegs in square holes right now.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for coming. In last, any message for Pakistani founders? You want to say something? So we close this session then.
Definitely, I am very grateful and honored that you invited me here. And I will always say that the Pakistani founders, like all other founders in the world, especially the ones who are active, and we see that most of the active founders are coming from those regions. I can only say they should keep doing the good work and putting their intentions to help fellow humans in play and have a clear vision of how they are going to do that without infringing upon others. That's the last word I can say. And together we shall help ASH make this world a better place. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, brother. And the founders can watch this interview and my other in English interview I conducted previously in my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is ONPASSIVE Pakistan. They can search. So thank you very much. Thanks for coming. You gave me your precious time once again. We'll see you in next session. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.